Started recording. I forgot to record. Guys, it's Men's History Month. We're about to get into the 10 rules for manhood. The 10 rules for men for Men's History Month. Let's go right now. First rule. We're going to start off with the ones that are more, when do we have German History Month for my heritage? Well, we got White History Month in July, daughter of Mother Hen. But there probably is a German Heritage Month. You just never heard of it. A lot of these months I never heard of. But when you have a Marxist mayor, she likes to keep you up to date on all the diversity, equity, and inclusion. So anyway, the first couple rules are going to be more funny rules. Things that if you do this, it doesn't instantly disqualify you from being a man. You're not instantly a transformer because you violate some of these rules. We've probably all violated some of these rules at some point or the other. But once we get farther down in the list, then you got to really take inventory. You got to take inventory. First rule of Fight Club. Never talk about. First rule of Men's History Month. No strollers. Men don't push strollers. When I see a man pushing a stroller with his kid and the wife next to him at the park, I just got to yell out, beta! You know, I see that at the park, and the first thing that pops into my mind is, beta! Yep, I can't help it. Men, Lord Colin B, that might actually end up being one of them, because I only have 9, and I don't have that one, and I did think of that one. We might have to incorporate that one into it. But keep your word. That's a good one, too, that I didn't write down. Man, you guys are going to help me come up with 20 rules for being men. But these ones are maybe more funny, and things like keep your word is definitely... I think everybody should keep their word, though. Not specifically men. But anyway, no strollers. Men don't push strollers. Carry your children. Have you ever heard the story of the man who had a baby calf, and every day he had to carry it up a hill to get water? And as the calf grew, the man got stronger because he was carrying the calf up the hill. Well, the babies work the same way. They start off tiny and you can hold it. And as it gets bigger, until it can walk on its own, it's going to make you stronger to carry that child. The child wants to be close to the father. It wants to be in the arms of its father. It doesn't want to be pushed around in a stroller. 90% of the time, you're going to put the kid in a stroller. You're going to push them for 100 feet, and then they're going to start climbing out of the stroller, and you got to carry the kid anyway. Now you're pushing an empty cart holding your dang kid. Stop pushing kids in strollers, men. Let the woman push the kid in the stroller if she wants the stroller. You don't even need the stroller. I guess the lady can have the stroller, but you call them push chairs in the UK? Y'all are crazy. Push chairs? A push chair? Anyway. So men, no strollers. Don't push your kids in strollers. Stop it. Stop it, guys. And this also, we can also include in the same thing, no leashes for children. Take those leashes off your children. You do not walk with your child on a leash. It's not a dog. Stop it. All right? Second rule. This one's also kind of a fun one. This one we've all broken as men, but still, when I see it every day, it gets to me. It's a pet peeve, and especially here in Utah where we have 3 women to every man. Bunch of wacky words. Yeah, in the UK, men look so handsome carrying their babies. Facts, gets. And, and also in that same category, none of them dang papoose things that make you look like a pregnant woman. You are not a kangaroo. Get your child out of that pouch. I know that they like being swaddled and they like being in a tight thing because it reminds them of being in the womb. But that's fine. You can swaddle them and carry them in the swaddling. Get that dang front pouch backpack off your belly. You look like a pregnant woman. Stop it. Okay? Hell yeah. No leashes. Kids out of diapers by age 2. Fact. Name. Facts. All right. Second rule. This one I see it all the time in Utah. In fact, I see it more often than not. More often than not, you will see a car drive by with a woman and a man in the car, and the woman's driving the car. Now, I don't know how old you guys are. Boy, Josh, real men don't care what others think. Yeah, they need, yeah. They better. They're going to have to start caring about what I think because they look like betas. Anyway, no riding in the passenger seat with women. If a woman is driving and she says, hey, you want to go somewhere with me? I'll say, yeah, I'm driving. Well, wait. You're not insured on my car. Well, then I guess I'm not going with you. Sorry, because I'm driving. You know why? Because in the old days, this was called chivalry. See, a man, and also because men can just drive better. what I'm talking about? Especially an Asian woman. You don't want to be letting no Asian woman. Swan Song did get me lost for words because she's kind of right, but you're messing up the whole flow, Swan Song. um, don't ride in the passenger seat with women. You drive. If you're a man, you drive in the car. It don't matter if it's your car. It don't matter whose car it is. Don't matter if you're on the insurance. Unless you're underage and you don't have a license. If you're a child, I understand it. If you're a criminal, you dang don't have a license. I'd still probably prefer to just let the woman drive and I'll ride my bike. What's wrong with Asian women driving? Well, I would think if we check the statistics on that one, it don't look too good. It don't look too good. Now, so no riding in the passenger seat with women. Again, the stroller one and the riding in the passenger seat, this is somewhat forgivable. I understand. In some situations, you might have to jump in the passenger seat with a woman, but try not to. Try not to, because when I see you driving down the road, I'm going to call you a beta. I'm just going to see you driving down the road, and I'm going to say, beta, like that. Just like that. All right, next rule. We gotta burn through these quicker, guys. Next rule. No dating apps. Men, get off the freaking dating apps. You look so beta. Stop with the dating apps. We don't even have to discuss this, guys. Just get off it. We used to have this thing called Backpage, and we used to have these things called prostitutes. And if you really, really couldn't get a date, and you really, really were tired of being an incel, and you just wanted to get it done, you could get it done. You didn't have to have an app downloaded on your phone that's selling all your information to China. You didn't have to be zoning out on your phone all day swiping through these different women. You just went down to the corner of Nebraska. You went down to the corner of Howard and Armenia and you got you some. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that's good either. But I'm just saying that's better than a dang old dating app. So no Uber if it's a woman driver. That's why there's exceptions, daughter of Mother Hen, because if you call Uber and a woman shows up, you're not going to not get in the car, I guess. But are these JS rules or is he reading something? Some of these are my original rules. Some of these came from years of listening to JLP. The stroller and the no riding in the passenger seat one he said first, but I 100% agree with them. So, and since he made up Men's History Month, we're going to take some of his. But the no dating apps, I added that myself. That's a rule that I have for myself, and that's a rule that I think other men, you got to know how to fix stuff. That's a good. Yikes, this chat is on fire. What up, Robbie? Yes, men do need to know how to fix stuff. See, there's a lot of them that I didn't get on the list. So, I got 9 of them. You guys are coming up with some great ones. Keep your word. Know how to fix stuff. The other one that I saw that was a good one. So no dating apps. Next one. This one's going to get a lot of you guys mad. I know I got a lot of homeboys who will 100% disagree with me on this one. But stop dating older women. Stop searching for your mama's love in an older woman. You should be looking for a young woman with nice birthing hips and supple breasts that would make a good mother. You don't want to have a baby with a woman who's 10 years older than you and she's about ready to die and now you got to take care of the dang old kids. That ain't the way to do it. So stop with the older men. And I know a lot of my homeboys 100% disagree with me on this. I got one friend who always is posting on Facebook about all these ladies he gets with, and he's like, I would never get with a woman my same age or younger than me. He always says he only gets with older women, at least 5 to 10 years older than him. And I'm like, bro, you looking for that mama's love. You need to get away from grandma. All right. What's next? No older women. All right. Next rule, don't move into her place. Don't move into her place, because when you do that, you've just given up everything. You've just totally let go of your manhood. Now she is in control, and I've been through these situations myself. When you get in an argument and it's her place, she could throw your butt out and not have nothing to worry about. You can't say, well, it's my house. That's my house. You can't kick me out. What are you talking about? That's her house. Don't move into her place. You guys can date and then, get a place together, or I don't know. And again, these, this isn't 100% of the time. I'm sure you could maybe do some of these things. Psychology studies say you should date someone who is either 7 years younger or older than you. Well, we learned last week, Swan Song, that psychology is fake. So let's ignore that. I'll agree with the first half. Definitely with the 7 years younger part. But the other part, and that's also stupid too. Not for you, Swan Song, but for psychology. So psychologists say, oh, what's a good analogy here? What's a good analogy? How could I say this? Basically, what they're saying is psychologists say you should either date younger or older people, and that's how they pass their stuff as science. They'll just say like, you should either wear shoes or don't wear shoes when you go outside. Psychologists say psychologists say you should be a vegetarian and you should also eat meat. Uh, anyway, and that isn't even on my list, but yeah, stop having sex and moving in with people before you marry them. Stop it. Uh, Next rule: no, no educated women, or that's how JLP says it, is educated women. If you want to hear it a different way, Tyson James said this on his stream, and his wife 100% agreed with him. And actually, she's the one who said it. Was no competitive women. No educated or competitive women, because basically they're 99.9% of the time obsessed with their ego, and they get educated, they think they're better than you, they think they're smarter than you. I was arguing with this girl about abortion on Facebook, and she's like, you're uneducated, you can't even talk about it because you're uneducated. This girl went to beauty school for 3 years or 2 years, and she studied theology while in beauty school. And I'm like, wait, so because we were getting into a biblical side of the abortion argument, and I was like, and she, came with the we talked about it before, that verse that they changed. She's like, this verse says that it's that a child is property and you can abort it. And I was like, no, you're wrong, lady. First of all, blah 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 blah. And then she said, well, you're not educated. And I said, you went to beauty school for 2 years and got a theology degree. Where is this ego coming from that you think you're smarter than me? Like, come on now. No educated or competitive women. There's no competition in making a sandwich, guys. A man is going to be happy with every sandwich, regardless of how you make it. It's not a competition. You shouldn't be competing with other women. You shouldn't be, and this isn't rules for women. This is for men. So I don't want to get too much critical on the women, but men, you need to be able to see this. You don't want this. You don't want this. I promise you. And you'll say, Josh, you're like 4 or 5 years celibate. You haven't had a date in 4 or 5 years. You're an incel, and you're not married. And, well, actually, I am married. Actually, I am married. And actually, I used to be a whoremonger. And actually, I used to do all these things. So I know what I'm talking about. I've had a lot of relationships and a lot of ladies. I am currently married, unfortunately. But I know what I'm talking about, guys. I know what I'm talking about. I don't know a whole lot about having kids because I don't have kids. But I know about women. If there's one thing I know women. Next rule for men, we got 3 left. No porno. Guys, Dean Melkin, this is for you. Dean Melkin, this is for you. You always come in here talking about your freaking habits that nobody wants to hear about, which I said this on the gaming stream the other night. I understand as men, and we're going to get a little adult content here. I'm going to try to keep it clean though. If you don't handle your business, you're gonna have nocturnal emissions, and you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night with a mess, and then it's gonna screw up your sleep pattern. It's gonna screw up your REM sleep. You're gonna have to change your clothes in the middle of the night. So I understand you gotta take care of these things, but get off the porn. You're destroying your brain. It's the same as being a heroin addict. And trust me, again, I know about both of these things. I agree 100%. No porn. That's real talk. Yeah, it's destroying your mind. You're blowing all your dopamines, all your endorphins. You're ruining your brain. And then when you finally meet a good woman, you're not gonna be able to satisfy her or perform because you've totally destroyed yourself with these imaginary. And it's also 100% cuckoldry. Watching porn is 100% cuckoldry. You are a cuck, And I'm not saying to everybody watch, but when you're watching porn, you are being a cuck. You're watching another man, or Lord knows what nowadays with the stuff we got nowadays. You're watching another man do things with a woman that you could never get that woman. You could never look like that man. And you're just living in this fantasy and you're destroying your brain. And it's not good physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, none of those things. It teaches young men especially to objectify women. Yep. Yep. All right, next one. We got two more. This one's gonna make some of the ladies mad, but no single mamas. No single mamas, guys. You got to stop it. And this is nothing against the woman. Okay? I understand, unless her husband died. If her husband died, and even then, I'd say you got to wait till the kids are out of the house. You got to wait till the kids are fully grown and out of the house, because this has nothing to do with the man being, this has nothing to do with the man. This has nothing to do with the woman. This only has to do with the children. You do not impose a fake parent into the life of a child. And I know we're going to get, there might be stories. People got stories. Well, I divorced my first husband and now I have my second husband and he's great with my children and everything is peachy keen and amazing and it's perfect. And I thank God that he came along. That's cool. That's cool. But 99.9999999% of the time, that ain't going to be how it works out. Your kids are going to have problems. And I know this from experience because it happened to me. My stepdad was amazing, man. My stepdad was a Christian. My stepdad was great. My stepdad taught me right. But since he was my stepdad, I rebelled against everything he tried to teach me. And I went the total opposite direction. And I screwed up my whole entire life. Now, I'm not blaming, my parents. But because a lot of these things I did after I was an adult. But the things that happen to you before you're an adult are due to your parents, how they raise you. And yeah, you can't, stay away from these ladies with chillins. It's not nothing against the woman. It's to protect the children. It is for the children that men, if a man and a woman get together and the woman already has children, and you're blowing my mind, Josh. You're blowing my mind. Yes. What it is 100% selfishness. It's 100% selfishness on the part of the man and the woman because it's going to cause problems for the child. And yeah, and they're just being selfish because they want some love, some eros or some they want some of that love, that Vaseline. You're young, Josh. A lot more adventures to come. Yes, sir. All right, and then the last one, men. This is one I came up with last second. This is the 9th one. No TikTok. Men, get off TikTok. You're not allowed to be on TikTok. I'm laying down. I hit my desk kind of hard. I'm laying down the law here. Men, get off TikTok. And women should also get off TikTok, but it's more aimed at women. And I kind of get why women like it because their attention spans are much shorter. I don't have scientific evidence for that, guys. I just kind of made that up. Sorry, ladies. I'm just having fun here. But men and women, both. Everybody needs to get off TikTok. Unless you got a VPN and you can get Chinese TikTok and get the real deal from China, that China white, that TikTok action from China. If you can get a VPN and get some Chinese TikTok, then I encourage you to use it because that stuff's all about bettering yourself. Whereas American TikTok, which is all Chinese propaganda, they're doing this purposely to infiltrate us and destroy us without ever firing a single shot. They're destroying our youth and destroying our children through TikTok because American TikTok is filled with nothing but a bunch of crazy people. And it will destroy your mind. It is a one-way ticket to insanity. So, men, no TikTok. Don't do it. I understand you can make money off of it. I understand it's very easy to get a lot of views and it'll boost up your ego and all these things. Is this about bashing women? I only said one or two things that kind of were bashing women about the driving, which is statistically true, and the women like TikTok better thing, lower attention span. That's not true. That I just made up. So sorry about that. But it's Men's History Month, daughter of Mother Hen. I'm sorry. And that's it, guys. That's 9 of them. And then we had a lot of great ideas in the chat. So you guys came up with some new ones. Todd DeBod checking in with dinner after the fam. Tommy's in here. Tommy's asking what's the number. It's Discord, Tommy. It's Discord. I agree with you there about TikTok, yes. All right, but that's it. That's it for the men's history rules. Let's check out a great man, Ron DeSantis, balling out in Florida this week. Hey guys, thank you for checking out this clip from the Dreaded Conservative Show every Monday night, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit the bell so you know whenever I go live, not just for the Dreaded Conservative Show, but for all the game streams and UFC streams and other fun stuff that we do throughout the week. And make sure you comment and share this video with a friend. But until next time, I got a video. I got a playlist. You guys can check those out, but I'm out. Peace.